Do you really understand what is supporting and impeding your success in life? Let's SWOT it. Hi y'all, this is Scott Davis, and in this video, I'm going to share an example of building a personal branding SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis may be the most well-known tool in marketing. It helps us evaluate internal and external factors that might affect a project's success. SWOT is an acronym for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And of course, we should be assessing all of these things for ourselves and not just the companies we work for. Strengths and weaknesses are internal. For personal branding, I like to think about these in terms of talents or strengths instead of skills and experience, which may seem more intuitive or may seem to align with your resume a little better. If I was thinking in terms of skills, I might list my extensive background in software development as one of my key strengths. I don't find this very helpful, for one, because I no longer work in IT for a reason. If coding is an activity that drains me, I don't want to use it to plan for my personal happiness and success. Instead, I'm going to be thinking about my capabilities that generate sustainable passion for me. Here, I would list ideation, my ability to come up with a lot of new ideas, to connect disconnected ideas, and to put these ideas in motion. I would also list strategic thinking, my ability to cut through noise and distractions to see around corners in my life and career. You can use something like the StrengthsFinder assessment from Clifton StrengthsFinder, or you could spend time thinking deeply about what talents do you have that set you apart from everyone else. For weaknesses, I would include interpersonal connection. I'm an introverted guy, and it's difficult for me to approach people and make new friends. I find many social encounters with strangers to be quite draining. I would also put down intense competitiveness here as a weakness. Even though this could be perceived and used as a strength, typically I need to dial it back and make sure I'm not being too difficult to work with. Now, let's think about the externalities, external opportunities and threats. I'm going to stick to my role as a professor here. One external opportunity for me to grow is the ubiquity of online learning. Online courses are everywhere, and most of what I teach currently is hybrid or half online and half face-to-face. There are other opportunities, but let's stick with one for simplicity's sake. I usually like to list 3 to 5 pretty specific items for each box. Keep in mind that online courses could also be a threat, especially if I was further along in my career or uncomfortable with technology. Okay, let's move over and think of a threat. So I'm going to list automation of research activities and course development. You may be thinking this is a very long-term threat, but the reality is that algorithmic academia is emerging very quickly. Okay, now I've populated each area. So what? What can I do with this? Well, when you perform SWOT analysis for a brand, our clearest course of action is usually to match strengths to opportunities. Some things may jump off the screen at you here. I should be using my talent and ideation to create engaging online course material and move beyond the online lecture format. With strategic thinking, I can apply this to start developing a voice that transcends the classroom to draw people in from social media networks. Okay, so maybe it's obvious, but these are things I'm actively trying to do. I've already put quite a lot of thought into my own personal SWOT analysis. Another thing we look for with brands is how to convert weaknesses into strengths. Here, maybe my competitiveness can help me try to one-up the content of other professors, or even challenge myself to match the quality of famous YouTubers. Firms will engage in mergers and acquisitions, or joint ventures, or new hiring to convert weaknesses to strengths. Maybe it makes sense for me to partner with someone else who has more relationship talent to circulate content and open up opportunities for workshops and consulting. We can also try to convert external threats into opportunities. My IT background always does find a way to sneak in, but I could embrace automation and use it to become a more efficient researcher and course builder. If I establish myself now as the go-to person for academic automation or even write some software, I can push myself way down the list of people who would fear replacement by automation. So what I've just provided is a very abbreviated story of how I would use a SWOT analysis to better understand my situation and make a plan for the next year or so. Any longer than a year, and you're probably going to be in trouble if you don't revisit your SWOT, because this just provides you with a snapshot. Tomorrow's opportunities will be much different than today's opportunities. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short video. Please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. I really am just getting rolling, and I need all of your support. Until next time.